I'm Ken Greene, and I'm the founder of the Hudson Valley Seed Company. We started in 2004 as a seed library, and we became an ethical seed company in 2008. And our focus is on celebrating the stories and the culture of seeds, and not just the commodity of them, and really honoring seeds as living beings. Many years ago, I knew about Shumei because Kenji Ban was working at the Catskill Mountain Foundation, but I didn't know what Shumei was. And it wasn't until Don Lewis contacted me. My friend Don Lewis, we're part of the same farming community here in the Hudson Valley, and he reached out to me to introduce me to Shumei and invited me to the conference to speak there. And it was really a wonderful experience to meet people who care so much about seeds and agriculture and art as well, to the way that we think about seeds and work with seeds in the Hudson Valley Seed Company. It's been so interesting to learn more about Shumei and to have the opportunity to share with the Shumei community how to save seeds. And I feel very grateful and very hopeful about this relationship where not only can we share our knowledge to help Shumei save seeds using kind natural agriculture practices, but also we have a lot to learn from Shumei about different ways of thinking about the land and the environment and our farming practices. So I think it's a really exciting relationship. Seeds is very heartfelt. It's not just about profit. It's about caring for seeds and caring for the land. And the way that Shumei thinks about agriculture and that saving seeds is so central to the practices of Shumei, we just have so much in common in that, that it's really very invigorating to work together, and it makes me feel very hopeful about what we can accomplish together, sharing our love as well as the skills that we need to steward seeds together. Saving seeds has been part of what we do as humans for thousands and thousands of years. And it's something that many of us have forgotten. It's not part of our daily lives. And I really want to be part of helping people renew that relationship to seeds and to really connect with seeds and what they mean culturally as well as agriculturally. And I hope that, part of what we're doing together is really enriching all of our lives through understanding how important it is to know how to save seeds and how much seeds touch our lives in so many different ways. When we lose seeds, we lose diversity. We lose cultural diversity and we lose genetic diversity. At this time, we've lost over 80% of that diversity that we used to have just 60 to 100 years ago. And so the act of saving seeds, of getting to know how seeds reproduce and learning how to store seeds, isn't just about growing food, although that's part of it. It's also about increasing the diversity, thinking about the future. What do we have moving forward? So we want to both preserve the varieties we have left, but we also want to create new diversity. And the more people we can share seeds with, the more diversity we'll create. When we're saving seeds, we're always thinking about the next generation. And we're thinking, what legacy can we leave for the next generation? Are we going to leave them with less than we had, or are we going to leave them with more? Are we going to leave them with poor soil, or are we going to leave them with fertile soil? That's what we have to be thinking about, whether we're seed savers or farmers, or what else we have to contribute to culture, is how do we enrich the world for everybody and create more opportunity and more diversity and more beauty. The way that we work with seeds is we don't believe that we should be altering things to the point where they're not natural. So we farm organically, and even within the organic system, we don't spray things that are even certified organic. We want to see how the plants react to the environment themselves. And we want to select seeds from the plants that are the healthiest, happiest, or most delicious. The plants that are saying, I am able to grow and produce and create joy in the world with the natural environment. And so it's a very different way of working with seeds. Sort of have other ideas about it too, that I think that in modern agriculture, we think about completely altering the environment in order to produce food. And in natural agriculture and in organic agriculture, the way that we do it with seeds, it's about integrating the agriculture into the natural ecosystem. So we want native pollinators coming to the farm. We want a meadow. We want forest. Those are part of our farm. We want the soil to be the way that the soil develops naturally. And we want the relationship between the soil and the plants and the environment around the farm to be its own type of integrative ecosystem. So it's a little bit different, I think. And when we think about seeds as well, the plants that don't perform as well, we don't save seeds from those. And the plants that love that way of farming, we save seeds from those, which means over time, we're guiding the plants back to being part of nature rather than the way that industrial agriculture has guided plants to being separate from nature. Growing plants and saving seeds is about having a relationship with the plants. We change, they change. We're always in some ways changing the plants, and they're also changing us. And when we try and deny that relationship and say we're going to control plants, we're going to control the environment, you really lose a lot of the power of the seed in trying to control it. So seed stewardship is what we talk about with seed saving. It really means caring for seeds as we would care for our children in many ways, and thinking about how do we help plants to be healthy and happy so that we can have that back and forth relationship with them where we take care of them and they take care of us. Seed saving is really about love. We often think about seed saving at the science part of it, and the science part of it is important, but without that piece of love, it's just like raising a family. You could say, this is how you raise a family, let's break it down into the science of what everyone needs. But if you don't have love within that family, you're missing something really important. So that's another thing that I think Shumei and Hudson Valley Seed Company have in common, is we're thinking about the care and the love that goes into growing food and saving seed. When I think about future generations and what we have to offer, we're not just handing seed into their hands. We're also handing this idea that love went into caring for these seeds, and that when they learn how to care for seeds, that will be automatic. And the more love we can put out into the world through sharing seeds, the more we can make changes, make the world a better place, both for the natural environment and for people.